comes to your mind when we talk about climate change? Climate change is a reality that we're seeing today in different communities. Desertification, flash flooding, and a lot of impact. In fact, those who are living in a rural community seems to suffer the most. And Africa is suffering a lot from climate change. Tonight, we are going to be talking about climate change as we have an expert that will be helping us as we look at what are some of the green solutions that can be used to curtail climate change, specifically as we talk about green energy. It is important that even as we hope towards generating more energy. And now Nigeria hovers between 5,000 megawatts of energy, electricity to be precise. What are some of the climate resilience methods that we could use, especially in underserved areas and even in urban communities? Joining us to help make sense of this discussion is an engineer and also the director of Biomar Energy Limited and Primetron International Limited, who will be joining us to help make sense of this discussion. But let's go for a short break first. And when we're back, we'll get straight into our discussion for tonight. All right, so today's topic is green energy, climate resilient energy solutions. And our guest for the show is Emmanuel Atta, the director of Biomar Energy Limited and Primetron International, and an engineer who's done a lot of work, especially concerning off-grid energy and providing solar solutions, green energy solutions to a lot of people in underserved communities and even those in urban communities. We're happy to have you join us, Mr. Atta. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you very much. Hello, viewers. It's a pleasure, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we'd like to start this way. What is green energy, and why does it matter?
Green energy is the energy that evolves to adapt to the natural and spiritual evolutions that is happening to the world. We see environmental changes here and there. We are flood, volcanoes are on the increase, earthquakes, landslide, flood, and all manner of mysterious bushfires. Temperatures rising, the craze for getting air conditioning, it's on the increase, on the rise. It's exponential. So these environmental changes is caused actually by mostly fossil fuels and environmental degradation. So the resilience here simply means adapting to the condition. How do we adapt as humans? And so we have to bring in new ideas like the renewable energies. I'm actually a professional in PV, photovoltaic solar power technology, which can be used to solve human problems, thereby contributing to reducing the temperature, global temperature that we experience today. So the resilience is simply adaptation to the situation.
All right, but questions about the fact that, for instance, in Nigeria, people have talked about the fact that we are not supposed to even be talking about renewable energy at this point because we survive through hydrocarbons, and crude oil is the mainstay of the economy. And even the renewable energy, most of the parts are imported into the country. So I like that you lay your thoughts to those claims.
I know many countries in the world and nations that have more oil than we have, and they have embraced a lot of renewable energies. So why is the reason? They are all contributing to making the earth cooler. And so we have the natural resources. We are close to the equator, very close, just a few 100 kilometers to the equator. We have a lot of sunshine. The radiation in the far north, you can get about 9 to 11 hours sun hour per day, SHPD. In Abuja, we can get about 6 to 8. And down south, we get about 3.5 to 6. So that's quite a lot. We are in the tropics, and so we should maximize it. Yes, we know that everybody cannot be reached with the national grid because of distances and costs, particularly that we have a plummeting value of the naira. The government is battling with exchange rate and stuff. And I believe that if we, who already have almost 98% of the resources, the natural resources needed for the production of renewable energy, when we embrace it, it's going to be great. One, it's going to generate employment in addition to cooling the environment. It's going to generate employment, increase, opportunity, and we'll be able to reach areas where the national grid cannot reach, because solar power is portable. We don't need transmission lines. We can go to wherever you are, be it in the jungle or in a farm or in a ranch or in the desert. We can give you power wherever you are. Portable and efficient energy from the sun.
So there are also concerns about the production of the panels, that it may not also be so environmental friendly. As a professional, I like that you talk about, because for us it's about the environment. The environment comes first. So you talk about the production of this green energy, and is it environmentally sustainable, or is it environmentally friendly?
Every waste product can be recycled. Every. It just takes discipline. It just takes discipline. We can clean our environments. If we want to clean it, we'll clean it. We'll clean it up. Okay? It's just a matter of culture. Do we have the culture of cleanliness?
But I think we do.
If we do, then we should apply it and do it. I see common dustbins everywhere. This can be used for biofuels, and it's also wealth. In fact, recently I saw an advert where sewage is now for sale. Sewage is now for sale because some in the production of organic fertilizer, and that's the raw material. Your urine and your poo is now wealth. So if you got 1,000 liters, you got some money. Okay, so I think we should also think of how to make sure that we pay priority to the environment while the productions are going on. I don't think it's an issue. Right. You use machine to produce, you use machine to recycle. In Germany, where I took training, in the United States, the water that comes to the sewage is recycled. And you can still drink it. It's clean enough for drinking. Though psychologically, a lot of people wouldn't want to do that, But they can. Your bathing water can be recycled. It's happening in Israel. I've seen it. So that shouldn't be a problem. I think we should factor in all the exigencies, that are companies that are contingent to the manufacture of these equipments for our use. Yes.
Right. So how does our current energy system contribute to climate change? The current energy structure of Nigeria, how does it contribute to climate change?
Well, it contributes significantly low compared to highly industrial countries like United States of America, China, India, and so on, So, but what is making our situation worse is because we are slow in the pace compared to other advanced countries. I believe that Nigeria has stagnated a little bit, okay? Just a syncopation that we had, social, economic, and political syncopations. But I believe that we are moving on because we have everything in this country to make this country very great. We have the manpower, we have intelligent people, we have learned people, we have the wherewithal, we have the natural resources to do it. So I think that if you look at the spate of poverty, okay, it's brought down so many trees for charcoal and firewood. So if you look at the last time I went to Kano for installations, I was asking, where are the kuka trees? Kuka is like the baobab tree in Nigeria. It has a lot of economic, uses. You eat the vegetable, it's medicinal, full of iron and iodine. These are food we ate when we were born. The trees are not even available, and nobody is replanting them. Okay, so I think that tree planting should be part of the evolution for greening Nigerian energy. The people, the private sector, what are the NYSC people doing? Every youth corps can be commissioned to plant 100 trees everywhere he's serving. He should just ask for, where do I plant the trees? 100 trees. And if he's able to do that, he could be rewarded by NYSC and say, okay, this man planted 100 trees. So if we have batch A, B, C, D, and they're able to plant 100 trees each, do you know where Nigeria will be going with that? We will cool everywhere. I want to thank all the former administrators in the FCT for the tree planted within Abuja town. But once you get to the area councils, it's not happening. It's only in Abuja main town you see beautiful trees planted. So I think to mitigate these challenges of the environment, the culture of tree planting should be done both in the far north, in the middle belt, and the south-south. Even economic trees. What will it take the federal government to plant 1 billion olive trees? 1 billion, it's possible. It doesn't matter, it could be 5 years or 10 years. Olive tree, 1 liter of it is higher than any fossil oil in value. And they live for over 1,000 years. I was in Israel, I saw one that was 1,500 years old. Olive tree. And they are economical. There are so many things we can use with it that will generate. So these are some of the things we can do to mitigate the environmental aspect of it. Naturally, humans, the modern man consumes more energy than 500 years or 1,000 years ago. Okay, so the more we evolve to new eras, the more energy we consume and the more pollution that is there, but we can mitigate it.
Right, before we go for our first break, I'd like to ask this question. What are some of the major barriers that contribute to Nigeria adopting climate resilience energy? What are some of the major barriers? Is it a policy framework?
Well, policy framework is part of it, okay? Once the government sets out the right policies, we have National Planning Commission. I hardly hear about them. I hardly hear about what they do. But they have the leverage. So we would urge the National Planning Commission to come up and be visible, be legitimate, and be accountable. The plan for Nigeria is in their hands. They are supposed to advise any government that comes in on how we can move forward. They have not organized conferences and meetings like the Rural Electrification Agency. They have not. They have not held any, I've not attended any of their meetings. I don't know anything about what they do. But look at small countries like Israel. How many rivers are there? Only one. And yet you can eat every fruit in Israel. You can even eat pounded yam. You can eat plantain grown in Israel. Only one river. The other river is Jabbok, which is a brook. It's not even a river because it comes on only when there is rain. And that's all. But do you know that we don't even have data? If you ask current local government chairmen, they don't know how many rivers they have in their local government. They don't know. So it's time for us to move to where the resources are. Okay, Nigeria has resources everywhere. Ubong, you are from Akwa Ibom State. You have over 1,000 living rivers that survive dry season. What is the government doing with those rivers? Almost nothing. And this is wealth also. What are we doing with the confluence? Nothing. We are doing nothing with the confluence. Volumes of water come, cause damages, and pass to the Atlantic Ocean. That water that is passing is wealth. Big wealth. Right. It could be used for the biggest fish farming in the whole of Africa that will feed everybody with fish. Right. I'm telling you the truth. That's what we call river diversion irrigation, fish farming. You can divert the river, create thousands of ponds, and take the factories there for fish production.
Right. So let's go for a short break. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right. So we have Mr. Atta, who is helping us understand how green energy can help move our economy and country forward. After this break, we'll have more thoughts on the show. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back. This is still Environment Weekly, a program where we highlight environment issues as we hope to make our environment greener, safer for all of us. Joining us today is the Director of Boyama Energy Limited and Primetron International, Mr. Tahu. He's helping us understand how green energy can help our country and help even our continent by extension. So I'd just like to ask a few more questions. How can the government and the private sector partner to roll out more green energy solutions to Nigerians? Because, you know, when we talk about electricity in Nigeria, we talk about generation, we talk about distribution, transmission and distribution. And it seems we have problems with transmission because sometimes I've seen data now that we generate more than 5,000, but how much are we able to transmit and all of that? So where can the partnership help to mitigate this, especially in rural communities? I know various communities that have not seen power, they've not seen electricity in many years.
Well, I want to seize this opportunity to appraise the current government for what they are doing on renewable energy.
The government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yes, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The renewable energy sector is re-energized. For the past 3 months, the Rural Electrification Agency have been having interface meetings with professionals like us here in Abuja. And there is a lot of activity going on. I think very soon, a major percent of the products, the component parts, like solar panels, the batteries, the lithium, the charge controllers and stuff will be produced indigenously. And I hope that that will bring down prices to the barest minimum and to make it affordable to the people. So far, the Rural Electrification Agency and the platform of Odyssey have actually installed so many solar power, practically in every state, and it is ongoing. But the major challenge is Forex. You know, prices have gone through the roof. So the way to dodge the bullet is by local production. And this is what the government has embraced and is doing it assiduously. Very soon you will see many private sector, you know, foreign direct investment. You will see many local investors producing panels. Already panels are produced locally. They are produced here in Abuja. Maybe you are not aware. You can find out Naseni was established under Science and Tech. Okay. And then, of course, we also would like to appraise the National Board for Technical Education with the TVET training. Right now, certifications are going on so that we can have professionalism and we reduce the number of charlatans who make the world think that solar does not work. You know, with that, we now have a leverage to reach perfection. And, you know, to embrace a new idea can be a little slow. But I think the government is already fast-tracking it, and I think we'll get there as soon as possible.
Right. So the next question comes, what lessons can Nigeria learn from other countries who have gone ahead of us and maybe made better use of renewable energy?
Yes, renewable energy.
Even though Donald Trump says they are going back to fossil fuel.
I don't want to talk about international politics, okay? But I know that with renewable energy, so long as the sun shines where you are, you can enjoy solar power. There are other forms of renewable energy, okay? So I don't want to be involved in any international talk, but I would like to say that solar energy is being enjoyed worldwide. Now, you are talking about tricycles and taxis that will charge, that are electric, electric motors, rechargeable cars, rechargeable keke napep. How are we going to recharge them all? With solar power, we can charge all the cars in Nigeria every day. Okay? We have even brought in products which we are looking forward to produce with Bohemia locally in Nigeria for people to stop, burning charcoal and firewood. Directly from the sun, you have your solar DC cooker, which does not need inverter, only batteries and panels, and you are good to go. You plug it in, you can cook both day and night, depending on your batteries.
So how is this safer and cleaner?
It's safer, cleaner, no emissions, nothing. It's clean, absolutely clean.
So the environment benefits from
it. Than firewood, when you use firewood, the smoke is there, carbon dioxide, the carbon monoxide is there. You can even have, lungs problems in the lungs and so on. And it's not healthy at all. It's not healthy. So with the green energy, we will put our hands together. Nigeria has people. When you go out of this country, you know that Nigeria is wealthy. How many medical doctors are out there that are Nigerians? When you get there, you see Nigerians everywhere. They are in physics and astronomy. They are in everything.
They studied physics.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a professional in applied physics. So you just see that we are wealthy.
Right.
And I'm hoping that once these things are harnessed in this country, we would like that Nigerians in diaspora will even love to come home. Because when they want to come home, they will ask, light, they there, So once there's light everywhere, we make it attractive.
And good roads also.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel Atta, Director of Bohemia Energy and Premshaw International, for joining us as we looked at our green energy. According to what you say, it is cleaner, safer for the environment.
Yes.
And let's see what the government thinks about it by implementation.
We hope that whatever the government has started to do in the renewable energy sector, with the REA and all the stakeholders, governors, local government, they should all embrace it. And finally, sir, I would like to urge state governors to open microfinance banks that are specially meant for energy generation for people. Like you can see Bohemia here, we have the capacity to give solar to people who can deposit only 20%. So with a special microfinance bank that will address energy issues for irrigation and for little businesses, hairdressing salons, barbing shops, pharmaceutical shops, little clinics and hospitals, hotels, whatever they are, we can do it.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that's the size of our program. Like I always say when we come on this show, we must make sure that we protect our environment. We do what we have to do to make sure our environment is safe for all of us. If not for you, for the generation yet unborn. Keep being the good person that you are and keep doing the best that you can. Until we come your way, same time, same station, next time. My name is Ubong Usora, and I'm saying bye for now.